Hi, my name is Janina Zinicola, and this is how I responded to God's call to missions. I actually grew up as a missionary kid in Guatemala, where we lived for about 10 years, and then when we moved back to the States, I was diagnosed with PTSD. I was really struggling with my mental health and struggling with depression and anxiety, and at my lowest point, I was considering committing suicide. In that moment though, I prayed a prayer of desperation and I asked God if He could heal me and bring me out of that darkness that I was in. I told Him that if He did, that I would surrender my life to Him and serve Him in whatever capacity He asked me to. Thankfully, I stand before you today as someone who has been healed and who has received His call to the mission field. God gave me a burden for South Korea when I was probably in the second to my last year of high school. I was around 17 or 18 years old at the time, and I started to feel this pull to South Korea and really feel burdened for their people. But I was really struggling with that call because I felt like I didn't have a testimony that was strong enough or powerful enough to make a difference. And I really felt like I didn't have the charisma or the character to be able to go out there and talk to people about Jesus. And there were just so many doubts and fears within me that really kept me from being obedient until I made the decision to go there just for a couple of weeks to explore the country. When I did this, I just instantly fell in love with it. It was just such a beautiful country, but there was just so much darkness hidden underneath. I went back again for another 3-month assignment, and there I had the opportunity to serve college students through Chi Alpha Campus Ministry. And I was able to see God take my testimony and take what I had been going through and what He had healed me from, and use it to reach these students that were also struggling in the same areas that I had. And it was a cool moment to see how God was taking everything that I had experienced in life, everything that I had struggled with, and was showing me how my testimony could make a difference and how what I had gone through actually did mean that I could do ministry in this area in a unique way. And ever since then, I have never gone back. God's given me such a heavy burden for the people of South Korea, and it's such a beautiful country that suffers a lot in the area of mental health. They're the country with the 4th highest suicide rate in the world, and so it's very taboo over there to talk about when you're struggling with depression or anxiety. And God gave me that unique opportunity to share my testimony with some students and be able to see the difference that it would make. If you are ever hesitating and you feel like you're called to the mission field, but you're really scared, or you feel like you're insecure, or you're struggling with anything at all, you have questions, you have doubts, you have fears, I just want to encourage you to go. Even if it's a short-term trip, even if it's just a week or 2, just go. God's gonna show up in a beautiful way and show you how you can be used on the mission field to bring other people into a right relationship with the Lord, and how you can make an impact overseas. Don't worry about finances, don't worry about your abilities or your skills. God's gonna equip you, and He's gonna provide everything that you need to be successful on the mission field. If you feel that tug on your heart to go overseas and serve, I encourage you and challenge you to reach out to your district at the information that's going to be on the screen, and they'll be able to connect you with missionaries and share with you what initiatives they're involved in, both domestically and overseas. They'll be able to guide you and mentor you along the way as well, so don't feel like you have to have all the information ready before you contact them. As you have this burden on your heart for missions, just please keep me in your prayers. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to be serving in South Korea for 2 years with college students who really are struggling with depression and anxiety, and so your prayers are so important in keeping me over there and keeping me safe and keeping me effective in ministry as well. So pray for me, pray for missionaries like me that are overseas serving, and we hope to see you soon. God bless you.